Once, there was a farmer. Once he planted his crops, and soon after, a sparrow built her nest between the fields. Just after some time, the sparrow laid eggs in the nest. Soon, little sparrows hatched from those eggs and started living happily with their mother sparrow. The sparrow used to go daily into the forest to feed her little children. One day, when she returned from the forest, she found her children very scared. She asked them, "What happened, my children? Why are you so scared?" They said, "Mother, the farmer came here today and he was talking about harvesting. He said that tomorrow he will send his sons to cut the crops." "Mother, where shall we go after the crops have been cut? We are not even able to fly right now." After listening to her children, the mother sparrow said, "Don't worry, my children. Nobody will come tomorrow to cut the crops, so please don't be afraid." The next day, exactly as the sparrow had said, no one came to cut the crops. Many days passed like this, but no one came to cut the crops. Everything was going well, and the sparrow's children were very happy. One day, again when the sparrow returned from the forest, she was once again shocked to see the scared faces of her children. They were scared again. The sparrow asked them the reason behind their fear. They said, "Oh mother, the farmer came here today again, and he was talking about crop harvesting once more. Today he said that tomorrow he will send laborers to cut the crops." After listening to them, the sparrow once again said, "Don't worry, my children. No one will come tomorrow to harvest the crops." The next day, once again, the same thing happened as the sparrow had said. No one came to cut the crops. Many days passed like this. Again, one day, when the sparrow returned from the forest, her children told her, "Mother, today the farmer came again, and he was talking about harvesting crops. But as usual, we know that no one will come here to harvest the crops." The mother sparrow asked them to explain the whole incident. The children said, "Mother, today the farmer again came here, and he was saying that he has wasted a lot of his time depending upon others. He said that tomorrow he will come to cut the crops by himself." After hearing this, the mother sparrow became worried and said, "Children, we have to leave this place immediately and make our nest somewhere else because tomorrow the farmer will definitely come for harvesting crops." The children said, "But mother, the farmer has been saying this for the last several days, but every time no one comes for harvesting. Why are you sure that this time the farmer will come for harvesting?" The mother sparrow said, "For the first time, the farmer was dependent on his sons to complete the work. The second time, he was dependent on laborers to get the work done. And when you depend on others to get your work done, your work can never be completed. But this time, he has decided to do it himself. Therefore, tomorrow he will definitely come and harvest his crops." By now, the children were able to fly. They all flew away from there, and made their nest in another place. The next day, the farmer came to the fields and started harvesting, but by then, the bird and its children had left the field. If we look at our lives, we will find that those who are always dependent on others for their work never get it completed. In fact, relying on others for your work is actually laziness. However, it does not mean that you should not ask for help. It is not wrong to seek assistance, but if you want to start or complete a task on time, then you should do it yourself. Self-help is always respected, and others also help those who help themselves. But it is not right to be completely dependent on others for your work. Therefore, if you have any dreams in your life, never depend on others to fulfill those dreams. Instead, do it yourself, and you will always be successful.